In this video, we're going to discuss 5 things that new managers usually lack. But first, if you want to grow as a leader and you want to become a better manager, consider subscribing. So, you're new or you're newish to management side of things. You got the position assumably, anyway, because of what you know. Now don't be fooled. You are going to be lacking in many aspects. Here, in this video, we're going to go over 5 areas that new managers are usually lacking. Now, a side product of this video, that while we're going over these areas, you should become more aware and in turn, be less lacking. All right, number 1, perspective. In order to become a great manager and a great leader, you must be able to look at other people's perspective. Whether it's a customer, an employee, or boss, you need to be able to see things through another person's eyes. I find many new managers focus solely on the position and/or perception of situations and stories being told to them. The difficulty you will have is that you cannot see where someone is coming from. And then it's hard to relate and it's hard to build trust. The expression, walk a mile in my shoes or walk a mile in someone's shoes, that comes to mind. I can sit here and say, life really isn't that hard. You just got to put in the work. But that's only from my experience, perhaps. What if the person that I'm talking to was recently divorced and lost everything in the settlement? Well, their perspective could be a little bit different. Now, this doesn't make things wrong or right, but it helps in understanding. That's why you need perspective. The second area new managers are lacking is in allowing. Allowing simply means that sometimes situations arise and you think you've got to act immediately and you need to fix things. And sometimes this is a good response, but there are also times you need to slow down and allow the whole situation to unfold. I've seen this where upper management has made policy changes and new managers or entry-level managers and employees, they get so butthurt, they get themselves so wound up that they make themselves look really foolish. If they just allow these changes to be implemented while keeping an open mind, a lot of things aren't that big of a deal. Just be mindful of how you react to situations. Make a conscious effort to see if you have the time to allow things to happen. Now on to number 3 is curiosity. Many managers feel the need to tell people what to do and how to do something. It's as if they are all knowing all of a sudden. When an employee comes to you with a comment, a concern, or a question, I believe this is the best opportunity for you to be curious. Ask questions. Listen, yes, you may want things done a certain way for a certain reason, but it never hurts to see what the employee is thinking. Now, sometimes employees are going to come to you and they're just going to be jerks. I get that. But a lot of times, you can really learn gems of information about a person, a procedure, a problem, things that could be done differently. Let's get into number 4, humility. As Uncle Ben said to Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. At any level of management, it's easy to enjoy the power and authority that comes with it, regardless of how much or how little it may be. But as a leader, it's your responsibility to humble yourself just a touch. Yes, it's easier to get people to do what you want when you come and you rule with an iron fist. But in my opinion, this approach is for the weak. The strong managers realize that they don't have to have all the answers. Smart managers should have smarter people working for them. Now, I'm not saying that every task you assign is up for debate, but be humble enough to be willing to hear from others and accept the good ideas from those around you. We've now arrived at number 5, coaching skills. New managers tend to focus on the giving orders side of things. Technically, yes, this is part of your job. But more importantly, your job is to coach the individuals on your team to become the best versions of themselves, which has the side effect of them becoming better for the company. You're a team. Getting yourself better will indirectly make them better. Now, I think back to my more athletic days. long ago. And my best coaches were the ones who clearly had the authority, but mostly integrated themselves as part of the team, not separate from. So now that you know where many managers lack, it should be relatively easy for you to be mindful of these. You're not going to ever be perfect, but you can aim to be close. Now let me ask you this. Are there any things or areas you've seen new managers lack in? Maybe something I should put in a follow-up video? Put it in the comments below. Now be sure to hit that like button. It really goes a far way to helping out the channel. And if you've got a few more minutes, you may want to watch my latest video or one that YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy. Remember, the more you know, the more you know. Cheers.